Dear local congressman, as you may be aware, 97% of climate scientists have agreed that global warming is occurring and human activity, especially increased carbon dioxide emissions, is the cause. But are you aware that global warming could already be affecting the weather and climate of the United States? Mounting evidence is piling up, determining that intense warming in the Arctic regions is already causing issues for weather in the latitudes where the United States is located. Since 1980, Arctic sea ice levels have been decreasing, reaching a record minimum in 2007 and again in 2012. Additionally, over the last 30 years, the Arctic has warmed at least twice as rapidly as most locations in the lower latitudes. Researchers are now discovering the atmospheric circulation for an Earth with a robust and consistent Arctic sea ice cover is noticeably different than that of an Earth with much less ice cover, an Arctic ice cover we have been experiencing recently. One consequence of this warming is reduced north-south temperature gradients that weaken the winds circulating around the Arctic that act to isolate it from the rest of the northern hemisphere. This has led to the jet stream, which is a corridor of high-speed winds in the upper atmosphere, following a slower north-south flow as opposed to a faster west-east flow. This more wavy pattern allows warmer than average air to travel north and colder than average air to travel south. It also creates a large area of high pressure over the western United States, associated with little precipitation, and allows for a large area of low pressure over the eastern United States, leading to more frequent and increased precipitation. This is consistent with the current drought in California and the record warmth experienced in the West in 2014. Also consistent with this pattern is the record cold and snow much of the East experienced during the early months of 2014 and 2015. If this intense global warming, especially in the Arctic, continues, it is most likely that these effects will worsen. That is why it is so important to work towards mitigating further warming via reduction of carbon dioxide emissions and working towards developing alternative energy sources. Additionally, since we are already feeling these effects, we must adapt. It is our responsibility as a society to enact policies both for mitigation and for adaptation. Without doing so, we will be unable to ensure the future of our beautiful planet for generations to come.